Let's see. Hello, everyone. We're getting just settled in, so don't go anywhere. We're just gonna play that awesome Flash podcast DZD podcast intro that we all love so much, and then we're gonna be back for some live commentary. Don't go anywhere.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Flash Podcast, your podcast for all things related to CW's The Flash, starring Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, aka The Flash. I'm your host, Andy B, as always, and we're live. We're live here on youtube.com/DC Podcast on this beautiful Friday night. I don't know if it's beautiful where you are. Like, I mean, it could be raining.
It's been beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's been a good Friday. So, so as you can see, my usual crew isn't here, but I have someone very special with me. It's she's my super friend. She's your super friend. You love her. You love her on Supergirl Radio, the finest Supergirl podcast on the internet. And we've done all things Snyder verse related stuff for over a year now, and we were happy to have her back. So, Miss Rebecca Johnson, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me back to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're going to finish up our commentary. So I brought my popcorn in my green bowl that you can't see because of my green screen. So I'm ready to go.
As a disclaimer, when we set the schedule, when we set the date for this, I said in all caps, and can you please bring the green ball, because it just looks so look like she's eating out of thin air, literally.
Oh yeah,
look at that. That's incredible.
It's amazing.
I got my grilled cheeses back.
Ooh, that does look good.
And it's added with vegetarian pepperoni. So
okay.
And I've been waiting. I know we said back in the spring we're gonna do it right after the Snyder Game, but so much has been happening. I think last time we did a commentary, Sasha Cal's Supergirl casting had not happened yet. Flash had not come back yet. The Flash movie was still early in production, and we were all kind of wondering what was going on with the CW schedule. It's been a crazy year, y'all. But your girl is joining my boy on the big screen. I think this month is their final month of production. Has it settled in yet that the girl still is coming? She's coming back to the movie theaters.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know she's out there. I try not to look at spoilers. I got spoiled a little bit on her costume. I try to avoid it, but I haven't looked at it intensely, so maybe I'll still be okay. But so I'm trying to stay away from spoilers. But I'm pretty excited about it. It's nice to have a Supergirl on the big screen because that means a bigger budget. So that might be better special effects. And so I'm actually glad she's going to be in the Flash movie because it'll be fun to see a Supergirl and Flash possible friendship and team up continue on past the TV shows.
Oh yeah, that's where I knew it from. I was like, this seems a little familiar. But no, listen. I mean, if it gives me an excuse to do more things with Supergirl Radio, and also like, because we love talking about movies, you and I. So like, it will be fun to see what happens. And then hopefully we're gonna see. Okay, how do you say her last name? Is it Kale? Kale?
It's Kajay. She pronounces it as Kajay.
Kajay, okay. Hello, Caitlin Snow Canary. Woohoo! I'm so pumped for this. Better Wigs. Oh, I saw a photo the other day from the 100th episode of Supergirl, and I'm like, Melissa, poor Melissa.
They've had some rough wigs on the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I mean, we also know berries from 321 or 320, whenever that episode was. It was not one of Grant Gustin's finest looks.
Is that the emo berry?
Yes.
I kind of like the emo berry. I'm going to be that unpopular opinion. I like emo berry.
I mean, as a character, it's one thing. It's one thing as a character, but it was just like, okay, CW, this is one of your poster child superheroes. Like, this is one of the people, like one of the people representing their franchise. I understand putting bad wigs on maybe like a secondary character like I don't know, Felicity Smoke. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like on maybe on someone who's a regular, guest recurring star. But like, if it's one of your leads, they should have like, you need to and also like, I don't understand, like, Warner Brothers, like, I've seen your other shows like with bigger budget and you give them good wigs. So like, I don't understand. So yeah, definitely Caitlin Snow Canary, which is a great name, by the way. Better wigs in the movies. I don't know. Maybe Sasha will be wearing she will do Linda Lee Dam.
Yeah, Linda Lee is probably, if they did the secret identity, it would be really cool if they used the name Linda Lee, and she could maybe do a reverse Linda Lee and have I guess, yeah, she would have to do a reverse because yeah, because usually Linda Lee is blonde hair with a brown or dark haired wig.
Yeah.
So she'd be doing the reverse, yeah.
But yeah, no, we're finally it's been months now since the Snyder Cut came out, and it did just come out on Blu-ray and DVD. Although, for a movie that was seemingly a pipe dream, a pipeline dream, or whatever nonsense they were writing, it's sold out. It's sold out everywhere. So I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated where we are, Rebecca Johnson, with this movie. Let's see. Caitlin says, my fear that we will sacrifice storyline for looks. I mean, we all worry about that, but I believe in the Muschiettis and Christina Hudson's, who wrote Birds of Prey. Today, because I was shopping, I went to a store and I saw a Black Canary Funko from the Birds of Prey. I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna treat myself.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Nice.
So it's sitting, if you can see, right up there. There she is.
Yeah. Awesome.
Together with my Flash Funkos, and so yeah, like it's just been fascinating to see, how people responded to this film. Seeing some people who, they didn't believe in this movie, they were not excited for this movie. Some of them have shifted. It's been interesting to see how petty studios sometimes can be. You are. Unless you're unlisted, maybe you don't know who you are. That was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell for that, but I don't care. Rebecca, because I know you watch BBS so many times in theaters. How many times have you so far seen the Snyder Cut?
I never counted. I have seen it a lot though. But I never count. I think when BBS came out, I counted it because I had to get a ticket. And so that's how I counted it in theaters. But when you just watch it occasionally, and when you're at your house, like I'm not counting. I'm just like, I'm gonna watch it again. So I mean, I can't even guess.
It's for me. It has it's past the 10 times. because also I was fortunate to get the screener when leading up to it. So like, and like I was just so in love with it, I just kept watching and watching and watching and watching. And at some point, like my browser broke, like all my
Oh
tabs,
no!
because it was like I don't know what happened, but yeah, I own the movie digitally, which you guys can too, and if you're lucky to get it on Blu-ray and DVD, go get it. Go support Zack Snyder and all the people who worked so hard to make this movie happen. Like at least like a 5-year process. I don't know, like I think it was 2016 when they started filming, so like it's been a long journey. It's like and everyone who worked on this film so hard, put their tears, blood, and sweat into it. So go support them, or watch it endlessly on HBO Max.
Just keep watching it on a loop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because even right now they may not be restoring the Snyderverse. One day, who knows? This that's the thing that's on our chest or behind Rebecca's back. This was never supposed to happen, but yet it did because great people fought for it, and so never say never, as Justin Bieber would say, or whatever teen pop star sang it. I'm old. I don't pay attention anymore. Like I'm like the Three Directions, the high power. Like I don't know anymore what
It's just a common saying. Let's not
Yeah.
attribute it to Justin Bieber. Let's just say the old saying, the
Who, by the
traditional old
way,
saying.
full BVS fans, like back in the day, remember when he posted like a selfie with like the Batman vs Superman script, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna be Robin? Is he gonna be this and that?"
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Caitlin. That sometimes the technology has a weird way of doing things. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch the first free part of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we were still deciding like where we're gonna stop it, because trust me, you guys and we guys, us too, we don't want to sit through 4 hours straight. Like it's gonna be a lot. So we're gonna do the first 3 parts today, and I believe either next week or sometime beginning of October we're doing the following 3. So where do you think we should just stop at, like exactly 2 hour minute mark?
I guess whenever chapter 3 ends and it goes to chapter 4, we'll cut it
Okay,
off.
that's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna queue up my.
So right now I have it queued up. So if you watch it on HBO Max, it wants you to either watch or skip a Doom Patrol commercial. So
Really?
right now there's a Doom Patrol spot before you get to the actual film. So I have it queued up right after the Doom Patrol at 31 seconds, the Doom Patrol commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So if you skip it,
is it a black screen for you?
Yes, at 31 seconds, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, Doom Patrol is back, so you can go catch
So
Doom
excited.
Yeah, and then also of course there's Titan season 3, which
Titans.
Rebecca and I, we've been texting each other all day about Titans, and I've been
I love
waiting
Titans so much.
this episode because because I'd seen the episode in advance. I'm just waiting like Rebecca's gonna love this because spoilers. I'm not gonna say anything. Yes. Oh, I love Connor Leslie so much. Like we're so blessed, but to say that I'm like, but can we have her play her doppelganger in the movies too, so we can see her and Gal Gadot, and Joshua Orpin with Henry Cavill. Oh my god, it makes like. I digress, and because either way, I'm gonna start. So okay, so if you're all at home watching, queue up your HBO Max or your Blu-ray releases, and we're gonna start, from the. I do a countdown and then I say play, and then we just hit play. So,
and I think this is right before the 4x3 card that comes up to tell us about the 4x3. I think, but it should be 31 seconds on HBO Max.
Okay, girl, you ready?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna do 3, 2, 1, play.
Yes.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay. Yeah, mine went to the 4x3 format.
Yeah, mine went to the studio thing. I can stop if you want me to.
No.
Okay, it's cool.
I think I'll try to catch up with you. We'll kind of tell
Yeah.
each other where we are if we have to. Okay, mine just started the WB tower
Uh,
that's going into the logo. Is that where you are?
yeah, now I've gone past that. Now I'm at the Access Entertainment.
Okay, I'll try to skip ahead.
Caitlin says actually about 50 minutes into part 4 is a good stopping point.
All right, where are you right now?
Now I'm at like the DC. You know, I can stop.
Okay, we might want to stop just to kind of cue it up to an actual frame, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to start at the
Where all the Justice League heroes are?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and so the WB logo is coming up. So I guess maybe it's after the Warner Media Company logo.
Yeah. Okay, tell me when you go past the superheroes.
Okay, I see the Access Entertainment logo.
This is
All
great podcast. People are like, "What are they doing?"
This is so exciting. This is the best part of it. Okay, I'm at Batman throwing a batarang.
Okay, then you're almost caught up with me.
Okay, I'm at 110. Are you still going?
No, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. All right, I can hit play whenever you're ready.
So where are you right now?
I'm at the first frame of Batman throwing the batarang.
Okay. Let's see.
It's 110 on HBO Max.
Yeah, I'm watching on my my digital copy.
Oh, that's fancy.
Let's see. I'm almost there. Okay. Okay. You can hit play now.
All right. Wait. Are we doing 3, 2, 1 play?
Okay. 3, 2, 1 play.
Okay. All right. That should be a little more synced up.
These are beautiful graphics, by the way. I
do like this opening a lot.
Yeah.
And I like the way this starts with the like this opening is so much more of what a Zack Snyder opening to a film would have been.
Yeah, not Batman chasing some thug and being like, "Is it cool?"
Even Superman talking to little podcasting kids. That's how the other one opens.
You know, initially, and let's not say the name of that director because I do not want his words spoken anymore because I'm sick of him.
His name is Voldemort.
You know who? But like, I remember when the podcasting kids were like asking, I'm like, "Oh my god, that is so sweet!" Because like I have a podcast. I've been seeing. I'm like, "What is this?" Oh, Henry Cavill is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, this opening is a lot more. It matches the tone a lot of BBS a lot more, of course, because it's revisiting BBS. But I like the tone of it, the way it starts, and getting to see Superman's scream here, like span out all over these different places. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wonder if they filmed it like with BBS and they just saved the footage for the next.
Some of this, I think, is reused footage. Like maybe some of this Batman. I think that Batman shot of him looking at Doomsday, I think, is reused. I think the Lois thing is reused. The Wonder Woman thing may be new. That might have been. I don't know. If
it looks very new.
Yeah, I don't know if that was part of a reshoot or not. But some of this
emphasize. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say some of this is just kind of reusing footage.
I will say this, like it does also reemphasize the point of how powerful Clark really is. Like even just him screaming,
Yeah, people don't really think about that, but a super scream is deafening.
I think it can cause earthquakes too.
Well, that probably could happen.
There we have Victor Stone, played by the magnificent Ray Fisher.
I like that the mother box is just in a closet, just like in the closet in their home.
Yeah, you would think that the Silas Stone, who's like the boss of Star Labs, could one afford maybe like a bigger, housing and also better security. Because I'm just like, oh, just put a blanket on it in the closet. It's
he maybe should have had that in a safe or something. I love that newspaper flying in the in the wind. Now, I don't like this shot. I will say the shot of Lex Luthor standing in the thing, it does not look good. It's very
I was
CGI'd.
hoping they would use the scene that we got on the Exterminion scene or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, the communion scene.
Communion. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna turn off my phone because I've been getting messages all day and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, that Lex shot is the only thing that I don't like about Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is pretty good for a 4-hour film. That's the only thing I'm like, meh.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it should be noted, the thing that's really interesting about this is the first opening sequence of this is like there's no words. It's just Superman screaming and visuals and music. That's impressive. Zack Snyder can tell a story without dialogue.
Yeah. And also, great actors too who can emphasize something is wrong, something's going on.
Right.
All the mother boxes, and also like the mother boxes just react. That's kind of like them. That's dialogue enough for me. Like that's.
And the mother boxes are all kind of a little different, and I guess they look a little different. Like the one in Atlantis, of course, is underwater, so it makes it look different.
Oh, Femascara.
I like how the Superman scream goes underneath that little bridge. That's cool.
It's almost like we're like the audience, like we're sitting on his scream and like flying with him. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really noticed that under the bridge because I'm listening to it with headphones on, which I don't normally do. So it's a little bit of a different experience. I think this is the first scene when there's dialogue. And we're like,
God, I love the Amazons almost such.
They're so good.
What do we fear? Nothing.
Well, we're not there yet.
Yeah, sorry. You're
a little early.
I know. I just love this movie so much. I do think that actress from Krypton is supposed to be back in this film. Who played Jane Assad?
Is that not her going towards the mother?
I'm not sure. It's. Girl, don't touch it.
I guess I always just thought that. Maybe I just assumed. I think she's so brave, though. I don't know if like that Amazon warrior is like supposed to, if that's her duty to be the one who does that kind of thing, or if she just like stepped forward when nobody else did. But I wouldn't go near that thing.
I would be running out.
I'd be like, I'll stay back here. Somebody else can go check it out.
Oh, girl, here's your man, your favorite Batman. Oh.
I love Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
And I think I was thinking about to myself the other day. Like, I can't decide. I can't decide which character I like more, his Bruce or his Batman, because they're both so equally good.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you don't get that with a Batman portrayal. Sometimes the Batman's better or the Bruce Wayne's better. Yeah.
Let's see. What's in their closet? A DC Piker sideshow. Reminds me of playing Injustice 2. Yeah. I can see that.
I love these shots of, I think this is Iceland, where they shot a lot of this. It's so beautiful. These are really nice shots.
I'm glad they could film on location. And like really like feel, really get that, global feeling.
Yeah. And it's funny that a character like Aquaman is hanging out in this like cold temperature place.
Yeah, you would think all the water is like ice by now.
Yeah. And usually when I think about Aquaman, I think about like the sun and hotter temperatures and him swimming in the water. And so for him to be in these icy cold temperatures is an interesting choice.
I keep forgetting that Christopher Nolan and Emma Thomas were producers on this. So.
Yeah, I think Nolan and Zack Snyder have a really good like working relationship.
Oh yeah. Oh, when that interview when he and Deborah said, like me and Christopher like specifically told Zack, don't watch whose film.
Yeah, it's not. Nolan was like, don't do it, man. Don't check that out.
And probably in a very in his very posh British accent.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like
you'd probably listen to anything that Chris Nolan told you just because of his accent.
Yeah, even if he were like directing like all the podcasts, and then I'd be like, yeah, man, like you go for it.
Yep. Whatever you want, man. Your accent is great.
Screenplay by Chris Terrio, our man.
I like that this town, you can't access it by any way except I think the water. I think water is the only way you can access it, except for Bruce Wayne was like, no, I'm gonna go on horseback.
Don't count on it, Batman.
That's a pretty nice business card.
Yeah, like that looked like that even that looked expensive.
It did.
I was like, I looked at my I was cleaning the other day. I looked at my business card. I'm like, these looks nice, and then I see his. I'm like, this looks incredible.
Well, if you can afford it, go for it.
All I can say is Zack Snyder gets how to film emotions in a way that autistic people can understand. I can agree with that actually, because I'm autistic, and like there's, one could skydive into the tap.
Well, that's true. You could get there by jumping out of an airplane. But I like that Bruce is so awesome. Like he's just a dude on a horseback, and he managed to get there.
I love, yeah. And then the cold doesn't bother him, like Elsa. Like oh my god, can you imagine her rooting for? It's like, and the cold didn't bother me anyway. This scene in the theatrical cut, oh my god, Rebecca, it is a nightmare, because like you can see what's a reshoot, what's Zach's, and because Ben Affleck's face kept changing.
He looks different, yeah, and all the skin is like all the skin of people are like very oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
Bruce being like, do I smile? Do I not smile? Well, in this case, he wasn't lying necessarily.
I like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I like in this scene, like everybody underestimates Bruce Wayne, and right here, he's like, no, I know what you're saying. I can speak your language. They think he's just some dummy. He didn't walk in there unprepared.
To smile, or not to smile, that is a question. A question for you, Caitlin. You can only hear me on Rebecca, right? You can't hear like the audio from the film, anything like that.
Yeah, let's make sure the movie is not playing over the live stream.
I don't think it is. Like, I mean, because
we would have to share the audio through the StreamYard window.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure. Like, because I think my AirPod like connected with my iPod. iPod. I would never watch this movie on an iPod. However.
Do people even still have iPods?
Girl, I see them on the Apple website. I'm just like, no one is buying them. It's just basically an iPhone without the ability to call.
Yeah,
unless you have unless you have Skype, Messenger, Zoom, StreamYard, whatever. I'm not gonna lie. What's about to follow is a little like, okay. I would know. The singing.
Oh, the singing. I don't mind it as much, because I like that the townspeople they revere Aquaman. This is Zack Snyder showing Aquaman as like this mythological figure that these people they don't, I guess, worship him, but they revere him. And I kind of like that, because all these characters are larger than life. And, if you had somebody who just showed up out of the sea and did good things for you and then went back into the sea, you would probably think that guy was some kind of mythological being.
Okay, it's this part here
Oh, when she like sniffs the sweater.
A little, like a little
Okay,
uncomfortable.
I
I
can
wish
give you that. That might be a little over the top.
your audio is okay, so you don't hear the movie. That's good. I just also wish, you know what I wish? I wish you had put in subtitles for what they're singing, because I don't understand what they're saying here.
I don't know either, but I imagine it's something about a stranger who comes from the sea. I'm just making that up. I don't know.
It's canon now. Oh, Miss Diane Lane, one of the greatest Martha Kents in live action.
She gets better moments, I think, in this one than the that other version.
Yeah, she wasn't thirsting for anything.
No. And I like that she still has the dog. That's a nice touch.
Of course, if you live in the Ken farm, there has to be a dog. So
I'm glad they didn't forget the dog.
Yeah, so Superman Lois get on that. Because at least Smallville had Shelby.
Shelby was there, and the dog in Man of Steel was actually very important, because that's why Jonathan goes back in to save him in the tornado. And so
I just wonder what happened that things went so rough for her that she had to sell.
Well, I mean, sometimes that happens if you can't keep up with the bills. Sometimes it happens. The sound of this, like the audio, I guess, editing or the mixing or whatever, is pretty good with my headphones on. I heard a helicopter go in to my left ear. That was kind of
that's sweet.
Yeah.
maybe a metahuman between Fiji, Costa Rica.
Jeremy Irons is so good.
I'm so upset that we may never get him as Alfred again. I'm excited for Andy Serkis. I mean, like, girl, it's Andy Serkis, but also we're not gonna get Scar anymore as Alfred.
Scar was a really good Alfred,
right?
He even looks good, like his the way he dresses and everything. Alfred's got a lot of style. Guess he's been
Dave Jones, our buddy Dave Jones, who does all these logos and graphics for us, who exists in the DCU.
Yes, he does in Batman v Superman.
Well, David, join us? Go.
There's a Zack Snyder cameo.
There's a Zack Snyder officially lives in the DCU.
He's a DC character now.
Deborah also exists.
Oh yeah, she was at Clark Kent's funeral. I love that they're DC characters in DC canon now.
Who would they? I think they should be. Ray Palmer and Jean Loring would be great.
What is this?
The Ray Palmer and Jean Loring. That's who Deborah and Zack play.
Wow. No, I just like that they're like themselves in the DC universe.
That's true. Another cameo, Mark McClure as Officer Olsen, or Newsboy Legion, Jimmy Olsen, whatever you want to pick.
He's Jimmy. I mean Jerry. That's who he plays.
Nice nod to Jerry Siegel.
Yeah. It's also kind of a play on Jimmy, but without saying Jimmy.
Yeah, maybe they were like, well, Supergirl Raider has a copyright ownership over James the Grown Man Olsen. So, David, why don't you just join us? Grab some food and watch with us and comment in the comments.
Yeah, get your green bowl and get in front of a green screen. Eat some popcorn. This scene I wanted to see for a long time with Lois in the Heroes Park with Jerry and the coffee, because Zack Snyder had those storyboards, and I was like, oh, they're gonna actually care about Lois's grief, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. I love that the world actually is celebrating Superman. That that they're because one of the things I didn't like initially with BVS was that the world was separated on their opinion on Superman, but that his sacrifice actually kind of brought the naysayers together. Like, you know what? He is a hero. He is a symbol of peace.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens if you stop an unbeatable monster. Everybody's like, oh, thank goodness he was there.
Also, this version of the terrorist scene is also it syncs up better.
It's so much scarier.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's mostly because of the music. The music is a lot more threatening.
You
This
mean
is
you?
this is a good example of why music is important.
Yeah, like Junkie XL for the win. Um, let's see. I can only stay for a few minutes. We'll go to my wife's birthday dinner. Well, how lovely of you. Happy birthday to her. I feel Caitlin says I feel I must mention. David has his 4K copy to watch later. Excellent. I feel I must mention Kama the super horse for no reason except to remind the world that William as Kama must be revealed or else.
If only. That would
See,
be
see,
great.
I feel I take the scene so much more seriously, like compared to what we had in the theaters.
I think it's the music and the there's more violence in here. You see
Yeah.
more people getting affected. And it's much more threatening.
Because it's what would happen in the real world if
it would be
group
a
like
scary thing.
Yeah. Also, there was that one girl that both you and I were like, "Is that Donna Troy?" Because and then and then you had to bring up like the comic where how Wonder Woman saves that Donna in the comic. I'm like, well, this has like when we started, I'm like, this has precedent for it. Like, this has to be happening now.
Hey, in my head, it's Donna Troy. I don't care what they do next. That's the little Donna Troy.
Oh, here we go. And also with a beautiful background this time, not whatever coloring that editor did.
Yeah.
The choir.
What does it say in the captions? It's like something a lament.
Oh, I missed that. Hopefully it will say it next time.
I'll have to turn the captions on because I love the way it it's a lamentation, I think is what the captions call it. It's really funny. I love the Wonder Woman lamentation.
Me too. I kind of hope that Patty will implement that in Wonder Woman 3 because I think
it's a nice way to change it up. Like it's cool. Like I love the original electric cello, but I like the mixing it up.
Next time I'll join you all as my Lego Superman's persona. Well, I mean, we do have 3 more chapters, so
we would love surprise guests.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
Boring. She's like, I get that already.
Diana's not playing around.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Blowing up a museum, how would that turn year back 1,000 years? Like, how would this somehow is it because of the art that gets destroyed or like the things that we
is this the museum?
I thought this was a museum, unless this is like meant to be.
I can't remember. We're gonna have to look that up. I need
ancient lamentation music.
Ancient lamentation. Yes, I love the ancient lamentation. Also, this moment is better. Like the whole fight sequence, so much better.
Only 10 seconds. Yeah. 12. Yes. David is in, so we will plan it. Yes. Oh.
Wonder Woman definitely kills people in the scene, but I actually kind of don't care because I
don't care. They have themselves
terrorists.
To blame. Yeah. Listen, if any stands after being like, but think about their families. Well, they made their choices.
She had to do whatever she had to do to get that bomb out of there.
And that shot of her just flying.
And so good.
Yeah, that's a good background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be like a good wallpaper or something.
A disclaimer: no matter what you read on the internet, this movie is not the same movie that you saw in 2017. So, if anyone comes to in the comment, listen, I will block comments like that. Give me your opinion about the movie, but I do not want any false facts of it's the same movie but just 2 hours longer. It is not. Did not mean to. That was just bad timing because I was making another sandwich. Rebecca, one day if we meet, I'm gonna make these sandwiches for you.
You need to tell me how to make them. I mean, I know how to make a grilled cheese, but
Yeah.
If you have a special kind, let me know.
Well, it's sort of special because like it's the timing of the slow mo is amazing. Yeah. Is it that big? I do not understand why this movie gets mocked for its slow motion. I'm like, but okay, the Flash. Excuse me, the Flash project
He
has something.
manipulates time.
Yeah, oh, look how beautiful the gauntlet is, like bouncing that bullet off.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I also love how they make her super speed look, and it doesn't look exactly like Clark's or
Yeah.
like Barry's or Kara's or Arthur's.
But it still gives her speed. Like it still gives her, one of her abilities.
I don't believe it. Believe it.
Man, I would be so scared if I was that terrorist right now. What did he think was going to happen?
Yeah,
when he went up against Wonder Woman, what did he think he was going to do?
That's the thing. I don't think he was thinking.
He wasn't thinking.
and
I mean, we kind of know what happened to that guy. I don't think he made it.
I don't think he made it. And screw him.
Oh, yeah. We're about to see little Donna Troy. That's who she is. I'm sorry.
Listen, I accept it. She's so comforting to everyone, and like because oh wait, let me this Donna Troy. Princess Troy. Can I be like you someday?
See? Wouldn't Donna Troy say that?
Yeah, exactly. Because slow-mo allows you to see emotions in more detail. It's just
that's right.
Cool. Yeah. Don't any haters don't come in here and don't tell us that Zack Snyder doesn't know how to do a film. And also, bless 2021. I know 2021 has been difficult for a lot of people, but for Zack, what a year it's been. Netflix is treating him well. They're feeding him well, and he deserves it. Zack deserves it. Deborah, Junkie XL, everyone like deserves the best from after following this masterpiece of a movie.
I will say that the Amazon sequence here is much better in terms of the coloring. In the 2017 theatrical version, it kind of looked like a TV show with green screen, but here it's a little more believable. Mm-hmm. Somehow the color rating here is much better.
I keep thinking that the Amazon who stands right on the right side of Connor Nielsen is Daisy Ridley. Like it looks very much like her.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Oh, it just took a nap now.
I wonder how they communicated to Hippolyta about the mother box. Did they send somebody to go to where she is?
Oh my god, that is so.
Did they send an email?
Email.
How did they contact her? I guess somebody goes to find her on horseback.
Hippolyta at Themyscira.com. Disclaimer: not a real email address. Don't send an email.
Like, how do you get a message around Themyscira?
Here's our boy, the most, the new god that we shouldn't be rooting for, but that we're feeling sorry for because he's so bullied.
Steppenwolf's just doing what he's told. He's just trying real hard to get all those worlds. He's trying his best.
Man, I would love to see Oliver Queen get wasted by all these Amazons.
He would not be able to keep up, honestly.
No.
They would whoop his butt.
And also, now listen, the Steppenwolf redesign.
So good.
Like, because I want to be terrified of him. His name is Steppenwolf. He's a freaking new god. I don't know whatever Game of Thrones BS we were seeing in 2017, but like I kept laughing. I'm like, it looks like melted cheese.
He has the same facial features, but adding those spikes that kind of move on their own, it's really cool. Anything spiky is kind of
almost like very like I don't know if you saw Venom in 2018, but it's almost like very symbiote like.
Oh yeah. There's a lot going on in this sequence. You have to really pay attention to all the different ways people are fighting these parademons.
I don't know, like I don't remember how it was in 2017, but I do love that in the Snyder Cut you really do see like a lot of different parademons, because basically it's all different alien species that has been converted to become, soldiers of the dark side.
Yeah, I think they have different levels of
Yeah.
parademons. Yeah.
Like in BVS, I remember like in the nightmare sequence, I think there was these black parademons that were I think like they were supposed to be above the ones who kind of like flew on the ground, like knocked Bruce out. It reminds me of Sabotage CGI. I'm trying to remember because I'm trying to repress season 3 so much. That's my Supergirl season 4 and 5. Because I don't like the second half of season 3 specifically.
That's fair.
Was she about to be turned into a parademon, do you think? When she got
I mean, probably. I assume that's what happens to them. I love that this version of the film, the original intention of the film is to show that Hippolyta cares about her warriors.
Yeah.
There are more character beats here in this one.
But it's still the same movie. Oh, them haters. Go.
The Amazons lose a lot of their people, but they really put up a fight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like if we ever had, like, if there ever was, like, I mean, I'm sick of wars in general, but like, imagine if we had the Themyscirians.
I mean, I'd feel better about things.
Yeah. Also, like, who wouldn't want to bow in front of Connie Nielsen? And see, look at that. Look at how strong they are. They're holding up the gate so she can get out.
Not knowing if they're going to, suffer any kind of consequence for it.
Oh,
they're willing to die for it.
Don't let the cape hit you on the way out.
She barely got out.
Oh, thank Rao. Oh my god, have we even heard Rao's being mentioned in the DCU?
In the films, I don't think so.
Maybe Supergirl can do that.
I mean, the Supergirl TV series has talked about Rao.
But I would love to hear like Sasha's Supergirl, how cool it would be like if her Supergirl is very like religious. Like I would love to see like Kryptonian religion, because it was so cool on Krypton, the TV show.
Yeah, they had a little Kryptonian culture there.
No,
and then,
all the Amazons are just falling down. Oh,
that's such a cool shot, though. Even though it's very sad.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a cool way to die. I don't know.
I mean, if you had to go, I guess.
I just noticed the golden straps on their capes.
You know what? I did too. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Ancient limitation.
It kind of looks like the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, a little bit.
It looked like a Wonder Woman part of her suit, like the part where her skirt is, I guess.
Just imagine this movie as a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. You know what? I'm on that. I do want to learn how to play D&D.
See, Hippolyta is like mourning for people. I like that. That's something you could cut, but it adds so much more to let it play out. Yeah,
I remember I was telling my sister the other day that we were going to watch the film again, and I asked me like, well, how long is this one? I said it's 4 hours because it's Zack's, like, and because it's a streaming service, you can do that.
Right.
So yeah, that's why it works to have room for Queen Hippolyta to mourn.
I think these axe shots have a little bit more special effects on the axe. I think I need to go back and revisit that. I don't want to say even the axes. I mean, he just threw that Amazon off that horse.
Oh, I hope those aren't real horses getting hurt.
Oh, I'm sure it's that they wouldn't do that. Some of these horses are CG.
Yeah, Oliver Queen could never do that. Sit on a horse and fire arrows at the same time. At least not the Stephen Amell one. Maybe Justin Hartley. Also, like in the sun, like this character design looks so more wicked, but in the best way possible.
Do you think it's because the light reflects off his
Yeah,
the silver part of his spiky things? Yeah, that's cool.
I literally spent today making Team Arrow D&D compatible. Interesting. You may have send an email to the Flash podcast because I may be interested. No, don't grab the box, girl. Get the box. So get the box.
Did you, when you saw the 2017 theatrical version, did you think this sequence was Zack Snyder? Could you recognize it as?
I was still in shock about a lot of like how the movie began. So I was just like, I wasn't really paying attention. Plus, my friends who like, really, they don't care about these superhero movies as much as I do. But even they were sitting and laughing because I think they realized themselves that this is a messed up movie.
Yeah, I remember watching it, and I could tell which sequences were Zack Snyder and which were not. And I knew this Amazon sequence was probably him.
Hello, Trini. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
We're in the Amazon versus Steppenwolf sequence. If you want to join us, one of the Amazons just got pinned by the horse.
I know we heard some of this dialogue in the film already, but like for some reason, it comes out so much better through this Steppenwolf.
He sounds scarier.
And that's the thing. We're supposed to be afraid.
There are a lot of Amazons on Themyscira.
How many would you like if you had to guess?
I mean, that was many thousands, I would guess.
But I also wonder like, how many actually like died.
Yeah, I don't know. And there are probably some who are not warriors. Like there are probably some who are like, you know what? I'm just going to be a cook, or I'm just going to be like a, I don't know. I'm going to make the armor or something.
That's something I wish like a Themyscira TV show on HBO Max could explore. Like instead of having that, I know Patrick is doing like, okay, see, yeah, she is mourning for him. She like a queen. And, we don't.
And she's holding the hand of someone who's dying. Like she's with somebody as they die. Like that's a good leader.
Yeah. I know she's doing like the Amazon's spin-off movie, but I think that would be better in a TV show where like we could like explore this society. Like who, what kind of jobs are there? What like how do they vote on things? Like who is there? Like is there a mayor? Like is there like
Oh no, they have a queen. I think that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
They are ruled by a monarchy.
Is it bad every time I see like any like Amazon who has like black hair has like sort of a Donna Troy-ish vibe? I just go like, is that the movie Donna Troy?
We have established Donna Troy is that little girl.
Little girl, yes, I'm okay with that.
During the terrorist scene.
And now we move on to part 2.
Okay, so we're in part 2. This
The
one
Age
is
of Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the history sequences. Oh, love them so much.
I wonder what the significance of the spaceman in that window is. I need to think on that. I haven't really given that a lot of thought.
Oh, thank God we're not going to see some stupid family.
No, there's no Russian family in this one. Sometimes Steppenwolf's like spiky skin looks purple.
Oh my God! I thought that was me just seeing things because
I see purple sometimes.
Rarusha here enjoying this cut. What should have been released in cinemas. But I love that he just grabbed one paradigm and just like threw him away.
He told him to go. Well, I guess if one of them goes, they will all follow him. So
True,
I guess he was trying to like.
He looked funny. He just looked so funny.
Well, he can boss them around.
Oh my God! I feel so bad for him. Now, see here, the rate, him shaving his beard off after this, those other scenes make sense. In the first one, it's like he's just hanging out with Arthur quickly, and then he shaves immediately.
Yeah.
Like now oh,
And
I don't think
he looks better when he's shaving. The other one, again, I
was
think
that a
they
reshoot?
Yeah, they did do a reshoot for the 2017 version, and because you can tell because his skin is like pink. It's so oversaturated for some reason. But here he looks normal. He looks fit and good and healthy. So you can definitely tell, or at least I can tell.
Because he's your boo.
He is my boo.
Oh, I don't think I ever told you. So I got reached out by someone working in the marketing or whatever. Someone they reached out to the Flash Pockets when the film was coming out, and like wanting us to do like a promotion on like the razor blades that they were using like in this film.
Oh, really?
I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, but okay. No. I will see if I can find an email after this. It's bizarre.
Shave just like Batman.
Speaking of looking good and fit, like he's looking phenomenal these days. And
Yeah,
you
good for
know,
him.
and he's I think he has filmed his scenes now for the Flash movie. So and then next month, Rebecca, we're gonna see something. We're gonna see
That's
something
exciting. So
Here we have Stone.
he's working a late night. He's putting in the hours.
I think he's a workaholic. Like
Yeah, I think he is probably. Because he's there long after everybody else is gone. Except some of these military people in them.
But I think that's why he and Victor had such issues because like he was never there. He was always working.
That makes sense. He prioritized his work over his family.
It's also just so weird seeing a Star Labs that has like people in it.
Instead of just the same people every time.
Yeah, and like occasionally the new members. But it's like there's security here. I mean, what they don't have is a Cisco Ramon.
That's true.
But it's definitely
it's an actual lab. It's a working lab.
Like I'm gonna go rewatch this part. When is the Flash movie supposed to release again in theaters? November something next year, or
is it 2022?
It's next year, definitely.
Oh wow.
DM me on Instagram. That will be great, Caitlin.
This poor guy, he was just doing his job and cleaning up at Star Labs.
I was just working overtime. They don't pay me enough to deal with these bugs.
No, jeez.
That bug looks like, oh no, I ate your snack, and like now I have to kill you.
That's so bad. I hate it for him. I mean, I guess he was working in an alien spaceship. I guess you had to assume some risk. What do you think about seeing this Amazon ritual?
It was very profound because I don't know much about like the way like traditions and these like ceremonies kind of work in the comics. So to see, I don't know if Zack pulled this from the comic or like he helped create it, but it's like for me, like when I think of Krypton and Themyscira and Atlantis and even the Speed Force, like it makes me wonder about like how does their world look like?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think before we had only seen her shoot the arrow, but this means a little more. It seems like it's a special arrow.
Also, I love that we get to hear her pray.
Mm-hmm.
Who's their god?
Well, Amazons are actually kind of a spiritual people because they have such an interaction with like the Greek gods.
That's true, because
Zeus and everything.
And boy, do we get to see Zeus in this movie.
We sure do.
Listen, Rebecca, I was blushing.
He is a very fit, nice-looking man.
Girl, that's an understatement.
I was trying not to be weird about it.
I can be. It's fine. I can be your weird translator. Like, you say what you want to say, and I will translate it. And like the angry translator thing that I showed you. I love that she prays to come back to me.
Yeah. I can kind of. I now buy it a little more that this arrow could travel so far, because it seems like a special kind of arrow.
Kaboom!
She's a good shot too.
Yeah, don't quake in your grave, Oliver. I'm sure. I love that even when we're celebrating our favorite movie, we do get to drag Oliver Queen a little bit.
It's just innate now. It's just in us.
Nothing very interesting. I do love we get to see like Diana's like regular life too.
Yeah, and it stays in line with the Wonder Woman solo film that she would be in Paris, because you can hear him speaking French.
Diana, I love you, but that dress is too fancy to work in when you're doing this. Like, like, what if you accidentally like stain yourself or something? Like, you look so. She just looks so expensive when she's wearing.
She looks so expensive.
And that, by the way, that's to listeners and viewers. That's not to say that she's somehow like you can buy her or anything like that. Don't like. I respect women. Like, I would never talk about women like that. I just like anything she wears. I'm just like.
She just looks like she has a lot of money.
Yeah, like,
the thing. Like,
I would have to get.
Spend it.
I would have to get so many credit cards. And here we have one of the biggest characters that got removed, Ryan Choi.
I mean, that's kind of a big character to cut out of the film.
Yeah. Or small, depending on what size he goes down to. But same movie, right? 2017.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
There's nothing different about it. I think that that number they just read, I think is a reference to Cyborg's comics. I want to say it's like
61982.
I want to say it's like the origin of Cyborg or something. It's related to a Cyborg issue.
What year and month it came out, and what issue number it was?
I think it's the month and the year. I think it ended in 82, so I think that's. I forget which comic issue it is, but I think it's the comic that tells his origin story.
Man, can you imagine like Zack Snyder liking comics? I mean, like, who would have known?
I mean, he puts all that kind of stuff in here.
Oh, the Kryptonian spaceship. Listen, Kara would not be happy about you all playing with that. I mean, that is still her ship, right?
It's one of the well, if the Man of Steel prequel comic is canon to the universe, then it could very well be Kara.
Listen, I will say that is an over dramatic way to just like throw up a photo,
and it looks just like Batman.
Yeah. I was so scared, like when he just like. No, listen.
All think the Parademons are Batman.
Our boy Sterling Gates wrote that comic, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm choosing. Like, listen, you made Donna Troy canon. I'm making his comic canon. That Kara is still.
I definitely think it's canon. Yeah.
Like Sasha came to Earth, decided to just dye her hair black, and she's living somewhere. It's Artemis's bow and arrow that Hippolyta shot. Oh, right. Wait, Artemis as in the goddess, or Artemis as in the character?
I think the goddess.
It must be the goddess,
because we see Artemis in the history lesson coming up.
I kind of just wish that they could have made Artemis like her, like like Diana's like good friend or whatever. So like in the comics. But it's fine.
Oh, I love this sequence when Diana goes down in to find that.
I love that this is a sequence that Diana got a Funko for.
That's so true. I never thought about that.
But it's totally fine. But I just realized, wait a minute. So we don't get she meant the goddess. Cool. Like,
there's the ancient lamentation. She found the special arrow. She knows what it means.
Because she understands like all languages, I think. Or at least most of them.
Yeah, she knows a lot of languages. She's so Indiana Jones here, and I love it. And she's doing all this while wearing high heels. It's like my favorite thing.
The Raw Blacks event actually tied this in. I'm not sure what that means.
Roblox. I don't know what that means either. Please further explain.
Yeah, yes, please.
I love the moment when Diana like jumps down and you can hear her high heels like clink. It's such a nice touch.
I guess go get your heels at the Femiscare, shop.com.
If an actual human woman did that, she would die. Her legs would be broken. But Diana did that, no problem.
But again, I just love that this is the scene. This is the moment that she gets a Funko for, like holding an arrow. Because at first I thought it was Lois, but I'm like, why would Lois hold an arrow? She never did it in the movie. I'm like, oh, it's Diana. We do deserve Amy Adams Lois Lane Funko though.
No, we do.
Or at least just make two of them, so me and Rebecca can have one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
For me, I cannot fathom how you would delete all of this. Like, who wants a crappy scene of Lois and Martha or whoever it is saying, oh, Clark was always calling you thirsty. And they were like, this is better than seeing Diana go and be all Indiana Jones and explore what happened.
Well, they had to cut this because they didn't want to have Darkseid in the theatrical cut. And this is all about finding out the Darkseid is coming and all the Unity stuff. So they had to cut this.
And I remember like the first time I saw, I think the first time Zach posted a Vero photo of it. I think it was all black and white.
Yeah.
This picture alone, I almost cussed. It freaking terrifies me.
It is scary looking. And Diana's scared of him.
It's like Minecraft plus Steam plus social media for gamers, but free. Oh. This kind of brings me back a little bit to let's see what Cortland T is. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes. So what is that story? The Fountainhead. So Zack Snyder really loves the story of The Fountainhead. It's a book that became a movie, and Zack Snyder was going to redo it. He was going to imagine The Fountainhead. And The Fountainhead is a story about a guy, an architect, who wants to build a building a certain way, and people above him tell him he can't. And so it's very much like Zack Snyder's story, his real life story. So he loves The Fountainhead.
Oh my God!
So Cortland, I think, is like the architecture company or something like that. Cortland is something in that story. And I need to read that just so I can, understand Zack Snyder a little bit better. But Cortland is a reference to The Fountainhead.
You should see the Star Labs recreation they have. If you have a link to that, send that to us.
Yeah, give us a link.
Yeah, because the link, I know on some YouTube channels the links will disappear, but like here it should be fine. Because we haven't blocked anything. I think we blocked just a few cuss words. So otherwise you should be good. I love how everyone just looks at Arthur like he's paying, and everyone's like,
it's like, who is this guy? If Jason Momoa walked in to a room, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh!"
I would be like, "Can I pay for your drink instead?" Thanks, Caitlin. I don't know if that's your real name, but just so you know, I'm just, or I can call you Canary if you want. But don't you throw the bottle in the? It will hurt the fishies.
Yeah, he is kind of like polluting the ocean when he does that. That's not. Maybe Aquaman needs to learn about.
But the song is perfect,
pollution.
though.
It is a good song.
Because I remember for Screen Rant, I did an article. Thank you, Caitlin. I did an article about like what each song meant, and when I get to There's Kingdom, I'm like, well, this is perfect. Still didn't understand the heck what the Iceland song was. I was like, it's about some folklore thingy.
Yeah.
My chosen name is Raven. Raven, hello. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for tuning in and for commenting with us. Also, Raven is the name of a Titan, so she finally came back this week.
Yeah, everybody should watch Titans.
Yes.
Just FYI.
Oh, I want to be able to swim like that. But my skin got like allergic to chlorine or whatever it is. So like but that was maybe like 10 years ago. So I haven't really, but so I can maybe try swimming at some point, but not during these 10. But I do miss swimming. So like when I see Aquaman, I do just get genuinely jealous.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a little octopus.
And his flowy hair looks so good.
And he's definitely not underwater when they are filming this. This is.
Although, I mean, who knows? Jason Momoa is like a beast.
I mean, maybe he can really swim like this under the water.
And I remember in the theatrical, they reshot something. We met during the crisis shot. Oh, well, Raymond, nice to meet you again. I'm old. My memory's fading. So it's it's a wonder that I keep reminding myself that Kara is only the second fastest superhero on there.
Hey!
No, I'm kidding. And also,
let's stop telling lies on the live stream.
Okay, they're equally fast. But see, Willem Dafoe scenes. Now we have Willem Dafoe back in the film as well.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. Why do you think Arthur goes to look at the trident and the
I think he's tempted. I think he knows what he needs to do. I think he knows what to do, but he's like somewhat like he hasn't been pushed there yet.
He's just like a little bit rejecting it, but
a little bit.
Deep down, he knows he's supposed to assume.
That's what I assume, but I'm not sure if that's the case. Also, try saltwater pools. Hard to find, but worth it. Listen, girl. I mean, I wanna swim again. I loved swimming under, like being underwater for like not as I cannot breathe as long, but like sometimes I would challenge myself, and it definitely freaked out all my teachers or my swimming coaches or one. But like I'm like, but it gave me kind of like a peace and quiet. I
ran out of popcorn.
Oh no!
I've got to reload. I've got a second bag.
Oh, good.
I'm good. I'm loading up on popcorn.
But can you believe erasing Volko? I just saw there was a crab there next to Volko this whole time. People like,
I missed the crab. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I didn't see a crab. How many times have I watched this? I've never seen a crab.
This is the first time I was pointed at. Also, you might be like me and have a pH imbalance, which causes reaction with the chlorine. Oh, that could be too. Maybe that's what happened in high school, because it was towards the end of my senior year when I couldn't get in water anymore because it would itch like crazy, and my skin would look red all the time. Like I looked like a character from the theatrical cut.
And that's not a good look.
It's not a good look for anyone. Desaad, I call to thee.
Did you think we'd be getting Desaad in this? Were you surprised when Desaad showed up?
I mean, by the time that we knew the film was coming, I mean the Snyder Cut was coming out, I knew he was in it because we were, both you and I, we were in the movie. We saw all the things that Zack kept posting about. Like we knew that there was a voice actor. Also, there was a very nasty, but like in a good way, concept art for what Desaad was supposed to look like. I will send you it later. I think you will remember which one
Yeah, I think I do. I love Desaad's voice. He's so scary.
And he is so petty. If you listen up to memes, the meme from The Office where like he's looking through the window and seeing Desaad die. Oh.
Oh, Steppenwolf. Mighty Steppenwolf. Baby faced. Steppen Kitty.
Kitty. Oh, I was about to say Kitty too.
What do you think about this way that they communicate with each other?
I wonder what it is, if it's like a form of sorcery.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. It's like fire and stone.
Because it's not technology. I think it's like for us it's magic, but maybe for them it's like it's just a machine.
Yeah, it's just regular science.
But if only there was like a movie called I don't know, like a movie about new gods that could have explored all of this.
I mean, they could have explained it to us. Would you want to communicate with someone like that? Like if we actually had that, would you be into like,
Girl,
having a conversation like that?
I would rather do that than no lanterns, no Kryptonian. I would rather use that than having to do Zoom calls every time I need to see someone.
Well, but with Zoom calls, you can turn your camera off and mute yourself. I don't know that you could do that with like a.
Could you imagine how you turn off your cam on this and like instead there's just a rock talking?
That's true. It wouldn't be like your person coming out of it. It would just be a stone. That would also be kind of expensive, I guess. You'd have to have a lot of room.
The flying fox was also removed.
And it's like a little character in this film.
I paid millions worth of security, and Diana's like, "Oh, it only took me a minute to get through it."
Do you think she like cracked the code on the alarm system, or do you think she just broke it?
I think she just made a hole. She used a spoon, and because she's so powerful, she could actually like. I
don't know. I kind of think she like hacked it because I think she would respect that this is Bruce's technology. Like, I don't want to bust something that costs him a lot of money.
Here's the one hiccup I have with this line. She said they're from another universe. So I'm like, girl, don't tell me this is the multiverse. This is like it's all Earth. Rebecca, I'm gonna do some controversy. I'm gonna call.
What? You're gonna what?
I'm sorry. I saw the 8-pack.
Oh yeah, Zeus. I mean, he's been working on his fitness.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the dude's Instagram. Like, he's like a professional trainer or something like that, I think. And like, the dude looks.
I think he trained. I think I read he trained for like 6 months to do this film, and then didn't they cut him out?
I think he would. No, he's in the theatrical, but I don't think they credited him.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
And I'm like, that is not okay. Mm-mm. Like, like no wonder that there's all these, SAG and the writers like protest zone that's going on right now because we respect your talent. Oof, girl, our boy is here. And he's gonna jump and he's gonna land and he's gonna grab the dirt and he's gonna.
I love that close up of his hand grabbing the dirt. That's such a good shot.
I wonder how many VFX shots this is.
And also, it had to be at least, I mean, over 2,000, I imagine.
Way more definitely.
Yeah, I think 2,000 is kind of like a typical 2-hour runtime.
I just remember the last time you and I were together, we did our interview with Ray Porter, which was a great time. So guys, if you haven't seen that, go to our YouTube channel and watch. We also made him react to memes. Oh, don't make us the anti-life of the question.
I forgot about that. We did show him some memes. That was a good choice.
Speaking of good choices, this is a beautiful VFX design for Darkseid Access at this point. Uxas. See, Bruce is like, he has like a timeout. What are the mother boxes? What are you talking about?
I like cutting back to them as she's telling the story.
So it's what I thought. It looks like sorcery to us.
Yeah.
But it is definitely, it's like technology.
Yeah, it's just regular like science to them.
I'm a thought. Sorry, I just. Can you tell that I love this movie?
No, I couldn't actually. I think you need to express yourself a little more clearly.
Yalan Gur, the Green Lantern, which for some people who may not know this, he's in the comics. He's one of like the first Green Lanterns of all time.
Which would make sense that he would be in like a history lesson.
And like when you go back and watch, when you go back watch, look at the details of his costume because I think there's some like symbols on it, like a language.
cool.
Like it looked like that to me, kind of like almost like the like Henry Cavill's like first Man of Steel costume, because I do love the one in BVS too, but like there's I don't know, something about it just feels a little more too different to me. And there's the 8-packs. I mean the zoos hitting the lightning.
His name is just 8-pack. Is that what we're
No,
calling it?
listen, he's a man. He's
He
a
has a
living.
name, Andy.
He's a yes. Look, oh, and I want to see if I can see like what kind of Green Lantern ring Zach shows.
Ugh, took his hand off.
In an Elseworld story, he took that ring.
And Darkseid
became a
became.
Green Lantern.
I want to read that story.
We should write it and be like, Zach, listen. Oh,
Look, we have a pitch for you. Darkseid Green Lantern show.
yeah.
How can we make that happen?
And then we have David Fulis back.
Well, here's a question though. Do you think Darkseid would actually become a Green Lantern? Because he doesn't have any fear, I would guess. So I guess
But he has a lot of
possible.
willpower.
Yeah, so I guess
Because
it's possible.
I wonder how much fun David Fulis had filming this. I mean, I think it's a combination of his stunt double and him. Because I don't think David Fulis is a phenomenal actor. He ain't that ripped though.
Yeah, that's a lot of training.
Oh, he passed. Even when he passes out, it's adorable.
Oh, Darkseid.
This is where this is where the music started really gave me the chills.
Yeah.
Because this
Well, this is the same like musical theme that Junkie XL uses for the Justice League. So it's cool to see like this is like the proto Justice League.
I am so sorry. Those abs just keeps coming back to me. When that Amazon just roaring, like I'm like that would be me
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's King Atlan, right? Is
it Alan Aquaman's fault? No, sorry, that's wow. It's been a long day. Sorry, no, that must be like his like great grandfather or something.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was like.
Wow! Oh wow, that's a lot of dead people.
And it looks like it's maybe a mix of
everything. Parademons, Amazons. Also, I love like how all the gods are like literally they're like giants.
I'm gonna check on King Atlan.
Yeah, I know he has he has some role in the DC universe, but I don't remember like where like. And there is Ray Porter for his human cameo.
Yeah, King Atlan led his army to the shores to aid in the battle against Darkseid and was one of the 3 people entrusted with the security of the mother boxes. So, yeah, that's King Atlan.
There we go.
Fact check.
Correct. Yeah. Wait, no lies on this stream.
No, we will fact check our own comments.
Maybe on Twitter people will be like, this is the same movie, but on this stream we will be like, listen, we will tell you how it's not the same movie. We will tell you who these characters are. and correct our comments. See, I love how they use the sun to kind of like seal the box.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I did the first time I saw it. Oh, hello, Silhouetted Animator. This is getting a little ahead of the movie, but do you think Superman's black suit was a means to absorb more solar energy from the sun, thus making him more powerful enough to overpower Steppenwolf?
I think that could be a good excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know.
But...
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Rebecca question because I am not fully sure what.
I want to say it's like that in the comics during the death and return of Superman.
Yeah, I think he's wondering, like in the movie, like if if it's like that, and I'm not sure.
Well, black, like if I was to wear this black t-shirt outside and be in the sun, I would be absorbing more sun because of the black color of the t-shirt. So
Mm,
scientifically, the color black absorbs more sun. So if you're
yeah,
Superman and you're powered by the sun, a black suit is probably a good choice
yeah.
to revive yourself. So
Superman
it
could have
definitely makes sense.
gone toe to toe anyway, but I feel like he's more powerful than he would have been. I think he also like he had like a really good nap, and he was just like
True. He was
he's
rested.
like yeah he was like bruh, you brought me back for this. Oh, we're now entering part 3.
Okay, we got one more part, I think.
Beloved mother and beloved son.
Were we gonna go at the end of part 4 or end at part? I think we said
I
we would end at part 3, but
yeah. Oh, we're about to join my city, Central's.
reduce speed ahead. I love it. That's a good joke. It's a joke
Oh.
without having to have a quippy banter.
Of course he's late. Oh, Miss Iris West.
Meet cute. Literally bumped into each other.
That's what I like. Is, what I'm looking forward to see with Bear and Iris in the movies. Like listen, I mean, I love the TV show. I love the West Island TV show, but like, I love they have a different history here. Like that they know. Why is Barry me at a work? Why is Barry me at every like serious situation ever? Like I talk about everything but the actual thing I'm supposed to talk to. Also, Iris has a cool car. That's a very cool car.
That is a cool car.
And I think Zach said it like he was doing a VFX breakdown with the VFX guy, and he said that we picked this car because Iris is cool. I'm like, my man, Barry, you don't give her a wrinkled resume.
I mean, it's not the best.
Was that a Big Belly Burger, by the way?
No,
No, it's shop. It's a shop.
Yeah, he's driving a Gardner Fox truck. Gardner Fox, legendary comic creator.
That's why we have this movie. He made the team.
Yep.
And now I wonder, like the exterior shot of Central City, what that's supposed to be like what American City is supposed to be, because this looks like it was shot on the Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a movie lot.
Aww. They're gonna be so good together in the movie. Like the funny thing. Oh, not the hot dogs. Ooh. Why is there so much slow motion in this movie? Because this character particularly needs that. That grease shot looked like a candy bar that I used to eat when I was a kid. Oh, his shoes. Rest in peace.
That's such a cool shot. That explains why he needs special shoes.
I'm curious how the Flash movie will continue his arc. Well, I guess this is the part where me and Rick are gonna get a little annoyed, because this is not in the DC. This is on Earth S, Earth Snyder, but I do think there will be some more connectivity to the Snyder Cut more than people realize. There's a lot of people from the Snyder Cut working on the film.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think the special effects guy, Zack Snyder's main special effects guy.
They just need to find a solution. They just need to give me a good reason for why his blue lightning will evolve to yellow. Also, did you know this is a wig?
I did know that because they needed to be able to manipulate the hair. I will say I think the hot dog is a little suggestive in the scene, but maybe that's me going to a place I shouldn't be going.
That he's hungry. I mean, his metabolism is like crazy. Oh,
I mean,
Rebecca.
I'm just saying. I think it's
Rebecca after dark.
I think it's something.
I'm gonna take Sarah. After to be like, you need to bring her back and have her recap this moment.
No, but I think you obviously need the hot dog to be able to get the job with the dogs, so that does make sense.
But I don't think. Rebecca, you may have just given me the.
Am I the only person who's ever thought that? I don't think
Rebecca,
so.
I'm a.
I'm not the only person who's ever thought that.
I love you. This is the best
That's
birthday
that's
gift you've ever
that's
given me.
that's the only thing I don't like about that scene.
But
It
I don't
could
think I
it
don't
could
think
have
that
been
was supposed
something
to be
else.
it. I think it was supposed to be it because he's always hungry.
Well, I mean, that's true too.
And people are gonna be coming in the comments like, what did he talk about? It's like, nope, that's not safe for like DC After Dark.
But he needs
Oh,
it
boy,
to
don't
get
you say Christ says. Don't you say this boy had the nerve, the audacity to say Christ says a year after we witnessed that crossover. I'm like, Barry, you are a speedster. Bad things happen to speedsters when they say the C word. Like Christ says, you don't say Also, I don't know why I was laughing so hard at this scene because I'm like, wait a minute. Can they can breathe underwater? They can swim? Like Rebecca, it was so dumb how I was laughing at it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if Steppenwolf can swim underwater, I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know. I was just dumb. I was like, let's say DC After Dark. Do what I need this. I mean, listen. Rebecca's been on DC After Dark, so you can go listen to her episode. I think I will be on this fall. And I will bring up, like, listen, screw favorite cuss word. Let me bring up my favorite Rebecca Johnson dirty moment. I need to research this if that's what's.
Yeah, see if anybody else has ever
Yeah.
made that connection. I don't think I'm the only one.
Oof.
That Atlantean really got thrown into that rock.
No, I don't want to.
That's
I don't
rough.
want to watch this following part.
I watched a video breakdown on YouTube of some special effects guys talking about the moment where Steppenwolf walks into the puddle. It's a very impressive
I don't
shot.
like that. I don't like that spider.
See, that spider has a little purple in him.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like, tell me when it's over. I don't want to see.
It's still going. It's still going. Spider's still on him.
I have like a big spider phobia, so like it's got to.
Oh, I get it. I'm a little more bug friendly than I used to be, but spiders are still kind of.
You good?
Yeah, that's the end of the
thank God.
techno spider.
Oh, Lois, very nice apartment, by the way. Let's see. Continuity error with the Aquaman scene with Mira. Mira says her parents died in the Atlantean War years ago, but her dad is alive in Aquaman. Well, that's what happens when executives.
Goof
I shouldn't say anything else. The screen reminded me of the Deadpool opening. I hate. I think Mary Dolph's character in Aquaman might be Mira's stepdad. I'm pretty sure she says father. Oh, Rebecca, she kept the cape. She kept the cape. She's holding the cape.
That's actually a nod to a comic book image. I think it's during the death of Superman where Lois is holding onto the cape. I think it's one of the comic book covers. I never made that connection until I saw somebody post about it on the internet, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's it!"
Yeah, again, Zack Snyder doesn't like comics. I can relate to that false
He
rumor.
actually cares more about comics than a lot of people I know who are making these kind of stories.
Oh, look, they hacked into Lex Luthor's video files and graphic design.
Oh, there's a little.
I ship it.
Wonderbat. I ship it too.
I want Wonderbat, and I want the Dark Knight Rises Batcat to do a crossover.
You can like both.
You can like both, and I wanted to crossover.
If they did crossover, that would be so good. I'd be into that. Somebody make that fan video where they cross over. Please,
it's one of the final. It's one of the Final Crisis covers.
Oh,
that's Final Crisis?
I thought it was Death of Superman, but maybe it is. I like this little moment of Victor watching the kids play football because it's such a good character moment for him.
And now we finally get to see this flashback that they shot. Like I think this was one of the first things they filmed, right? Because I remember when they were looking for extras to be football players.
It's also one of the first leaked clips. Like after the theatrical cut came out, somebody started leaking clips from like special effects companies and like finding them in their demo reels. And this
really,
this was one of them. that I
Are you
think
sure it was leaked or was it
no,
leaked?
it was like special effects companies that worked on the film had it like in their demo reels that they posted on their websites, and people were going through them looking for things, and they had them in there. So
Dr.
they're
Stone, by the way.
Dr. Stone, put some
Yeah.
respect on that name.
Yeah. Also, another character who was erased from the film. And look how proud our boy is. Like my mom is. Also, can we just appreciate that?
Excuse me.
You're okay. Can we just appreciate how gifted Ray Fisher is? This man has had to go through hell and beyond for this film, and they were not joking when they said that he is like one of the hearts of the movie.
Yeah, he actually it's sad to know that he got so much of his stuff cut because it was worth seeing. And I can understand how he was so mad.
Look at the comment. Look what Caitlin and Raymond just wrote.
I mean, I'm not as bad as Harley Quinn, Caitlin. I don't know about that.
Well, the Rebecca After Dark touchdown? Did he? Maybe that's not a touchdown. That's I don't.
I mean, Harley Quinn is. I mean, she's smart and she, is very athletic. But I would hope I'm not as after dark material as.
Yeah, no, Rebecca's too nice. The fact that she even made like a slightly dirty joke about a hot dog, like that's as dirty as I've ever heard Rebecca in. We've been friends for almost.
Just pointing out facts. That's it.
We've been friends for almost 10 years now, and like this is the first time because I'm the dirty no filter guy.
Yeah.
I love how you like easily agree. Like, yeah, you are. Like you're.
It's true.
It's true. I think DC used probably Earth 31 in this multiverse. So many simulators to Dark Knight Returns and Frank Miller's Batman story. That applies to one character in this universe. Like, I don't think Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, and even Superman and Wonder Woman, they're nothing like Superman we see in the Dark Knight Returns, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily. I can see. I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman is definitely influenced by Frank Miller, but I don't see this being Earth 31.
Oh, look at Victor crying.
He just wants his dad to be there.
Yeah, that's so emotional. Doesn't she say something like, "I can't wait to see what you do tomorrow" or something? It's just so tragic. It's so sad.
Listen, I cried I cried the first time I was watching this bit of the movie. Like, oh my god! Like, he's almost gone.
Yeah. You can.
Yes, Silas, if you'd been there, maybe this would have happened. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I can understand why Silas does what he does, because it is kind of a controversial choice, I guess. Do you try to do everything you can to keep Victor alive, or
Oh, there we go, Rebecca. Rebecca says, "OMG, Rebecca is PG-14 hardly, just without the murder." And this is Rebecca After Dark.
I was just asking a question, everybody. I was just asking a question.
What are you drinking there? Is that
Oh, this is just one of those
I saw something red and I'm like,
the Bide drinks, antioxidant infusion drinks.
Yeah.
They're somewhat healthy for you.
Yeah.
Low calorie.
I'm just having soda with a bunch of ice in it. So, I'm just leaving my.
I mean, normally I drink a lot of water, but I got something fun for
this. Oh, Rebecca, the tape recorder.
The audio recorder. So important.
Why would you use a Sony one? Like, is there really not? You could have just created one from Wayne Tech or something. I don't know.
Well, Sony may have given them a little bit of money. I don't know if that's product placement or not.
Did you hear about the whole Marvel situation today?
What happened in the Marvel? Why are we talking about Marvel during?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Because I thought of Sony. No, don't. He's gonna break it. And now, why? No, we can talk about it in the next time we record. Using the extreme heat on the mother box to, so the league could track it was super clever. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Cyborg stuff was the thing. Yeah, like you were saying that Cyborg is the reason why we know that there was something messy. There was something messed up has gone with the film, because there's a sequence with Like I think even like the nightmare sequence with him, like where he's seeing his parents and stuff like that, and like also like digging in the grave.
Well, and this I think was one of the scene where he's learning how to fly. I think some of that was leaked, like the weekend that the 2017 version came out.
Yeah, this one I remember. Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember this. I like bless those companies because like I mean they probably didn't know what had happened. I love it when we get to go like inside the world technology.
Well, this is a good sequence explaining why Victor Stone, Cyborg, is one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe.
Yeah.
Today, he could do anything. He could control anything. He can control our monetary systems, our government
StreamYards.
systems, our StreamYard live streams. He could control nuclear weapons. I mean, he's one of the most powerful characters in DC.
I mean, he would control this pandemic.
He would be in control of a lot of things. He could make things rise and fall if he wanted to.
Well, I mean, he makes one of my favorite sequences happen with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that it like we're like it's not like in his mind it isn't like a train or whatever. It isn't just like one location. It is like, you know, there's like crazy world where like there could be these animals here and there's a Greek tower there and there's this and this. So like it looks like something. And see, there's another sequence that got deleted when like he closes his whole face.
Right. Well, the animals in that sequence are representative of like the stock market and some of the financial institutions.
Oh,
yeah.
So he can create money, which is cool. Loved seeing him help that woman and her kid. Yeah. And also, it doesn't have to do any topical discussion. Like, it lets us understand it.
Which is how I like my stories to do it. Let me figure out what I think about it.
Me too.
Don't tell me.
Now, although Victor, you could take some of that and then put it in my bank account.
I mean, I could maybe use a little myself.
Yeah.
That would be.
We could. I mean, DC Pocket could use it too, like a DC Pocket studio.
Sure.
You know, where we all come in once a year for the big round. We need to listen. I need to fix Barry's Hall of Justice on the fly. I'm like, boy, don't you dare make that floor look wet one more time next time we see it. You fix that table. You give it a paint job. Oh.
I just noticed her name is Linda Reed. Linda J. Reed. Which I guess, and he has her social security number.
But he doesn't use it for any. Oh, this broke me when she gets
I wonder why her name is Linda Reed.
They jammed her locks. Wow. And of course it's Gotham. Yeah, it doesn't make any. When asked Marvel DC, I reply, water or oxygen? Oh, Raven. Oh, look at that. Look at that. He's, oh. And see, he only does it the one time, but yet it could be Linda Reed is the character from the Green Arrow comics. What?
Yeah, I'm looking that up right now. Some people think it's a reference to Girl Archer from 1951's Adventure Comics number 167.
But Zach said that was an unintentional reference. Okay.
Reflecting back on the character in the comics, DC fandom includes that Linda Reed was the twin sister of Hollywood starlet Ramona Reed. She was an archery champion in Minnesota and was used in a publicity stunt by Paragon Films boss Jack Swain. Although he wished for Green Arrow to star in his pictures, he refused. So Swain decided to argue Ramona Reed as the better archer. So that's an interesting choice. I don't know.
The tape recorder.
If I ever get to talk to Zack Snyder, I might ask him about Linda Reed. Figure out who that is.
I love how only like one person notices first a parademon and like it has the balls to go up against him or her. Or, I mean, I guess parademon doesn't have genders. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. All those people are like, what the heck?
They're like, we've seen some bizarre stuff in the Gotham
We've
City.
some weird stuff here in Gotham
Kill-
City, but that's over the top.
Okay, the one scene with Flash where I'm like, okay, a little too much of a TV show with, him and Henry sitting, doing the hand thing and,
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's going to be weird not seeing Billy Crudup up in the next movie. But I guess, if you're busy, you're busy.
Oh, so he got recast? I think I heard that.
Yeah. But it was because he's shooting the Today Show on Apple Plus.
Oh, the one with Jennifer Aniston and what's her face from Legally Blonde? What is
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. My favorite Reese Witherspoon, this is random, but my favorite thing that she ever did was she got pulled over for drunk driving in Atlanta. And when the cop came to the window, she's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And I was like, Reese Witherspoon. Nobody cares. If you're speeding, you're speeding. If you're drunk driving, you're drunk driving. Nobody cares. But that was such an entitled thing for her to be like, "Don't you know I'm Reese Witherspoon?" Like, nobody cares. Stop.
If you break the law when driving, then just pay your due. Rebecca, I think you want to mention. I read this comment from Raymond.
Okay, let's see. Because nobody has mentioned her yet, I feel I must say that this movie is only missing one thing. Katie Cassidy is Laurel Lance, and she doesn't die. I mean, I would love that. I would be into that so much.
Also, because Zack would take care of her so well.
Oh my gosh,
Although,
her Black Canary under Zack Snyder would be so good.
Also, remember, so there was a time when we saw Katie had followed Zack Snyder on Twitter, and Rebecca and we went ballistic, like in a good way. Come on, I mean, Rebecca, what is this?
You try not to get your hopes up about that kind of thing,
but she had a fairly good, Earth 2 version got a fairly. I don't understand. He had like 15 minutes or 45 minutes or something, right?
I mean, that seems like they cut him short.
Yeah, that's what happens in all these movies and TV shows. It's like they say you have like 45 minutes, and then they just drag them out.
3 minutes.
Okay, if this is Barry's like headquarters, I'm thinking like, does no one in Central City like just walk around these neighborhoods by the train station?
I mean, it looks pretty abandoned. It looks like it's maybe in a bad neighborhood or something, and nobody's really there.
Yeah,
you could probably get away with it in this neighborhood.
I do love that. I just love like when you look at like you have to like, and we're not gonna do it here, but like if you freeze frame and look through everything, you will see some kind of clever nods to like what this Barry really likes, like what he kind of collects and like kind of what his interests are.
Yeah, it informs his character.
Yeah,
you get to know him a little bit.
Now, who has the best monitor setup, Cat Grant or this boy?
I mean, Cat Grant and her.
Yeah, literally, because this is disorganized.
Barry gives a good effort, I think. It's at least cool that he can like turn it all on with one lever, though.
Yeah, a person who looks exactly like me. I swear, as soon as I finally start a podcast, I will let you two know, because you two inspire me to want to start a podcast. Well,
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, send us a link or let us know when you finally drop some episodes.
What you said.
I mean, I can speak if you need to chew.
Yeah, no. I'm good. I'm good. And also here, I don't have to see Barry's hair change every 5 seconds, like in 2017. I was like, I'm like, guys, you're not even trying to hide.
Yeah, you could notice a difference. I think there's an episode of Rick and Morty back there on one of those monitors. Zack Snyder really likes Rick and Morty. So it's cool that it gets a little appearance there. Oh, and he's also wearing the Black Freighter t-shirt from Watchmen.
I just see the GHTE, but I believe you.
No,
also,
I think that's right.
I believe you, but I just can't see it because like it's covered by his jacket.
I think you're questioning me.
No, I'm not questioning.
I think you're doubting
Miss Johnson.
No, I think I heard some skepticism in there.
No. I mean, listen. I'm not wearing my glasses either because maybe that's. Oh, he gets to keep the Batarang. I'm so jealous. The ending of Arrow was hard to comprehend, like how Tommy being there the whole time and the post-crisis timeline would really affect the show's prior events. Haha. Well, we're not here to talk about Arrow, so
yeah, let's not ruin this experience by
only,
talking.
only whenever we see superior archery. I do think that Affleck has the best batarangs.
Yeah, I do like his bat symbol a lot.
And then I like the Bale one, and then I don't even remember what Keaton's look like.
Keaton had the oval with the yellow.
No, I'm talking about the batarangs. The batarangs.
Oh, the batarangs. Oh, I can't picture the batarangs. I remember the symbol a little better.
And a poor little cameo from
Mercedes.
No, yeah, well, that Mercedes.
They had this car specially made.
The AFSP.
Oh yeah.
AFSP.org if you need to talk and you need to search for a good organization doing good work.
Yeah, that car is not one you can buy off a lot. They had that
but like look at the remote wheel, like it just looks it looked like a game console controller. Oh my god, I love how Alfred is like, I make the tea. I'm the British one. I make the tea.
Do you know I follow Alfred's advice now after this scene? I used to like put my tea bag in my mug and then put the hot tea on there. But
don't you do that.
He tells Diana in this film that you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put the water in first and then you put the tea bag and let it seep. So I thank you, Alfred. I try to make my tea that way now.
Yep, Flash apparently can afford the electricity bill in that place despite being unemployed at this point. Well, maybe he uses unemployment checks and pays for the electricity instead.
I think the Flash could probably work a couple of jobs at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was just so shocked. Like, listen, I love dogs, but like, you're gonna apply to a dog place? Like, you can do 7 jobs at the same time.
Yeah, I imagine he probably does.
I love how Diana just gets so nerdy in black, of course.
I kind of like in my headcanon, I'm not really like a shippery person much anymore, but I do like have headcanons about Wonderbat in this film because I like that Diana like hangs out in the Batcave and she spends time with Alfred.
Yeah, I mean, listen, listen, I am all. Well, hello, Victor. Well, I totally like, it's fun to theorize like what Wonderbat would be like in this universe.
Yeah.
Because you know that they would love to smooch and dance and save the world.
Yeah.
And let's leave it at that. And then a wedding.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I like that Alfred is taken to her. It's kind of fun to see.
But I love that he's like, but I make the tea. I make the tea.
That's my thing. That's what I do.
Honestly, my only problem is that I can't pick just one topic. Swear, if I would start a podcast on just whatever comes to mind, I could. But picking one thing is torture. Well, if you love TV shows, do a TV podcast. If you love movies, do a movie podcast. Or if you love pop culture, you can do anything with that. I mean, look at us. We're like the Flash podcast and Supergirl radio. We're not even talking about Flash and Supergirl right now. We're watching, Justice League. So it's like,
well, this is kind of tangentially related
true.
to. I mean, the Flash is in this. Martian Manhunter's in this. It
yeah,
makes sense. You can justify it. I love Cyborg's entrance here in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than the 2017 version. I always thought there was something weird in the theatrical version because
he was wearing clothes,
and he just kind of walks into the scene, and I always thought, well, that looks like garbage. But to see him fly in like this, so much cooler.
I'm surprised you didn't leave the theater after like 30 minutes or so, because the film is like that film is just so bad.
It is. I mean, it is not great. Yeah, they reshot all of, I think, Cyborg stuff here. I think they might have kept Diana's moments in the scene.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember. I saw like it's fun. Like after the film came out, I did like when I watched all of these scene by scene comparisons, and I'm like, this is so bad, Warner Bros. Like, how could you have approved in 2017? Oh right, someone at the time wanted their bonus check,
That's the weirdest.
and now
weirdest
he's
thing.
been fired. So or whatever happened to him, I don't care.
Was it worth it? Was it? No,
Yeah.
it was not worth it.
You shall never work in this industry ever again. You know who you are. I think this was also shot on a lot.
Yeah, this looks like it was shot on a lot.
Some podcasts divide topics with different segments before finishing with the final segment, the main topic. Yep. There you go. That also looked a little... And then now it all came back. I love how no one in those apartments freaked out.
Like nobody's like, oh, my power went out. Yeah. They're all like calling the power company. Hey, can you turn my power back on, please?
Exactly. Like, oh.
Well, it might have been really late at night. Some of those people might have been sleeping.
Well, I mean, no, Rebecca, there was a lot of lights that came back on. They no, some of them were up at night watching.
Maybe people didn't care as much. I don't know.
Well, there was a lot of people up watching HBO. Well, I guess HBO Max wouldn't exist yet.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know if they have streaming video in this universe. If they did, Victor Stone.
That is such a morbid scene though. Like him just going to his grave, graving it up just to hide the mother box. It's like,
yeah.
Well, that's supposed to be like Victor's resting place.
Yeah. I do like the inclusion of Ryan Choi here. I think this is a really good. It's a good way to use Ryan Choi.
Were you familiar with Ryan Choi a lot, like before the movie?
Yeah, I knew a little bit about Ryan Choi. I knew who he was. I haven't read a lot of comics with him, but I think it's cool to use him here. And he's actually in a lot of scenes. Like he's in more scenes than I thought he would be in. I thought he was just going to be a little cameo.
I love how Zack was like he had pitched on doing something with and see they're setting something up for payoff later. But I love like Zack was already pitching like a spin-off for him and so on. It's like, could you imagine what the Atom suit and powers would look like through Zack's eyes?
Well, and it's crazy to me that the WB executives were like, no, we're not gonna do that. It's like he's giving you free ideas. Like not free ideas. I mean, WB would have to pay him, but he's giving you ideas. The work is already kind of done for you. Just say yes.
I got a 30-minute random but important topics, a podcast by Raven, opens graphic design software, cover image time. Go for it, girl. Oh, he's like, oh, he broke my device. He's like, he's not upset about the tape that he left for him. He's like, oh, he destroyed my device. I had one payment left on this.
I mean, they're not cheap.
He's like, oh, maybe a closet wasn't the best idea.
I mean, you could have organized that closet a little better. It did get I don't know, the parademon. I think maybe
you would need you would need he could use a Rebecca Johnson Google Doc on how to organize a closet well. Just saying.
I'm not really organized in most of my life, but I'm pretty organized with my Google Docs. It's like the one area of my life that
Jake, he's 7 months.
He just looks the part. They did a great job making him look like Commissioner Gordon. He threw that in the trash can. Said, nope, I don't need it.
Flying vampire.
I love that sketch so much. I love
Crispus. That's Crispus Allen?
I think so. I just assume so. Let's fact check ourselves again.
Yeah.
All right, Crispus Allen, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, Kobna Holdbrook Smith as Detective Crispus Allen.
Remember when Gotham had Crispus Allen in for one season? He just
For
disappeared.
like 2 seconds. Him and Renee Montoya. God, they got the shaft. That was the only thing I didn't like
Yeah,
about
at
Gotham.
least Victoria gets to come back now on
Oh
Batwoman.
yeah, that's right.
I'm hoping that's the question, because we know that Rosie Perez, Rosie Perez.
Perez, I think.
Hi Barry, I'm there. Oh, I love my little Barry so much.
Barry is so smart, but he's a little socially awkward.
Well, I think Ezra or Zack somewhere said that apparently Barry in this universe is supposed to have like autism, or like he's supposed to have ADHD. And I'm like, why is Zack Snyder just giving me everything I want in a superhero? Like, I'm like, he doesn't even know I exist, and he's making all this happen. Like, the boy loves his pizza, his monitors. He loves being nerdy.
We get to see so much of the DC universe in this. We get to spend a lot of time at the Mascara. We get to spend time in Atlantis.
We're gonna see this. We're gonna see the Speed Force, and like
we get to see the Speed Force. Yep.
Like, guys, you should, again. I kid you not. One of the things that I kept texting Rebecca about, I think you remember this. Like, I was heartbroken coming home and being like, "But where was all the Speed Force stuff?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Are all the Atlanteans British? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. What do you think about that? About Mira's British accent?
I mean, there are British accents, and then there are attempts at British accents, and I would say that I don't need Mira with a British accent. That's the nicest way.
I mean, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
It is a choice.
But then I just makes me wonder, like, I wonder if James Wan watched the film and was like, yeah, my Mira is not gonna have a British accent, Zach, because I don't think she can do it.
Well, I mean, that's the
okay, it's not the worst British accent.
It's not the worst.
But it's like when all the Atlantean has it, it's like, okay, this is not Krypton.
Well, I think they were trying to make them different somehow. I guess.
I also love all the armor that Atlanteans have. Like, it looks. Oh, good lord!
That's a good jump scare. It is scary.
I forgot. And again, there was the purple. You're right. There is something purple going on here.
Yeah.
Because I know in the comics, Steppenwolf has a lot of green. So, like, I wonder what the choice was. Oh, I get why this needed an R rating.
There's a lot of blood.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool with Mira. Like, like, get down in my bubble.
Yeah, she gets a great moment in this. Mira's a pretty powerful character too.
Yeah. Well, we need to see what she does in Aquaman. Something. What's it called? The Lost Kingdom? I don't know.
Yeah, the Aquaman 2. I like that Arthur gets a really good moment here to save Mira.
Oh, this is cool when she's absorbing all the water in his system.
Yes, that's
grotesque.
It's grotesque.
She pulled out the blood.
Yeah, it's gross, but that would make sense if if she has that ability.
Yeah, take a little nap, girl. It's fine. Don't worry.
Just hang out. It's gonna be okay. Arthur's gonna show up. He'll be all right.
Okay, listen, I know scientifically it's not supposed to work, but like that is axe in the water just being on fire, it is kind of dope.
Well, I think it's like a magical axe. I buy it.
Ship moment. They look at each other.
The
logic.
It's a good romantic moment there. I like that.
Okay, I'm so happy that Zack took advantage of Jason Momoa's wrist tattoo and then apply it to his whole body.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't know that was that, I would have thought this like, oh, this is like what he actually looks like in real life. Like, he has all those tattoos.
Yeah. Well, it's as far as I understand, I think some of those tattoos are related to his Polynesian culture, And so I think it makes
Awesome.
sense for them to work that into the Aquaman.
Representing that culture as well.
Yeah, because the Polynesian people are very, water based. They live on islands. So it makes sense to work that into the
No,
Aquaman.
he got it. Is this supposed to be like a boom tube technology?
Yes, I think it's a boom tube underwater. Yeah. That's so cool.
Man, the Apocalyptians, they have some mad skills.
They are advanced scientifically and technologically.
What do you think Apocalypse's Google Docs would look like?
I mean, I think they would just like have Google Docs like in their eyeballs or something. I think it would be advanced.
Ew, Rebecca.
Well, they wouldn't have to like
How
type
about
it
in
on
the
a computer.
goggles?
They would just be able to see.
How about
it.
in their goggles that they wear?
Okay, that's
eyeballs.
fair.
Oh my god.
I mean, it would just
Rebecca,
be like
Rebecca, you're being a little dark tonight.
No, it would be like a lens where they wouldn't have to like look it up on a computer. They could just
like
open their
contact
eyes and they
lenses.
would see it. Yeah. That's what
And now the Mira and Aquaman's team makes so much more sense than it.
Queen Atlanta. I don't know. I like the British accent.
Okay, it's not bad. It's like it works, but it also doesn't work.
I mean, it doesn't work, but I love it. I enjoy it.
What works is her entire uniform and her crown.
Yeah.
And like again, if I didn't know that was a wig, I would have been like, that is some amazing red hair. And people kept making like complaints about y'all. What if you haven't seen one CW show, you have no right to complain.
No, this is a good wig
Yeah.
compared to some of the things that we see on the CW.
I think Mira's costume was like one of the first things Zack revealed from filming.
Yeah. He took that picture himself, the one he shared. He just took it one day.
Can you imagine getting your photo taken? But like, I mean, I know, because I know, like, if Zack had been also at Morgan's wedding and like, one photo from all the other ones, but also like, he takes a photo, I wonder what he would have done.
Yeah, I would love to see the world through Zack Snyder's eyes.
And see, here's another. Like, I remember this scene was like completely gone.
Yeah, that moment where he looks out the window is different.
Yeah, the broken window and so.
Yeah. Oh, he's plugging up the stone FaceTime with the motherbox.
Face stone?
Yeah,
stone face?
I don't know what you call that. Steppenwolf's so proud.
He's like I've been a very. Wow, the purple is like maybe it's just as his favorite color.
It could be a reflection of Apocalypse. I'm gonna have to. Does Darkseid have a little purple in him? Like in his costume.
Again, this is way better than the entire Russia whatever becoming infused with these plants or whatever it was they were doing. My God, that film was so stupid. All right, DD, calm down.
Yeah, calm down, Desad. He's working on it. Jeez, let him get there.
Yeah. He's like, I waited 50,000. I've waited 50,000 years. I'm not gonna wait anymore.
Oh, look at stuff.
Oh, poor kitty. I think here is where we're gonna stop.
Okay,
because
all right. Okay, so
we're
gonna start back on part 4 next time.
Change machine.
We've got over 2 hours, I think, left.
Oh no! I mean, only 2 hours left. I want more. I want more.
But you know what? That didn't feel like. I mean, it's in my HBO Max, I'm like at an hour and 52 minutes and 7 seconds, and it didn't
52.
It didn't really feel like that. I mean, the pacing is
pretty
good. I mean,
the only connection between the color purple and SC is the crystal light remains of eclipse that was harvested from a. Wow, what is that's a mighty connection of you to bring up. I didn't know that.
I'm interested in the purple connection with Steppenwolf there.
But I'm at 151.27. So
oh, okay. So am I somehow ahead of you. Oh no, but you're watching it on your digital version, so it might have a little bit
Yeah,
different.
but we're still synced up. We're still watching the same.
Yeah, I think we
scene,
were
so-
we were very close.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, this was this was a lot of fun. Like I said, I think as far as I know right now, our schedules are gonna be lined up for next Friday again. Me and Rebecca, we will look it over. But I think because we definitely want to make sure that you get part 2 of part 4, 5, and 6. Part 2 of 4, 5, and 6 as soon as possible. But yeah, this a lot of things we picked up on this movie that I don't think either of us knew from the other viewings we've seen.
Yeah, I think we saw some new things. I might have to go back and look at for that crab near Volco. I want to see a crab. I'll have to go back and look for that.
It was also, Rebecca, you should join me in with my mini Google Docs. Oh yeah, trust me, Rebecca is like a Google Doc ambassador, I think, at this point.
Yeah, if you need me to look over a Google Doc and check it out.
Yeah. We the flag part is that our Google Docs are only 2 pages long. So I don't know, like something, either I'm doing something wrong, or you're bringing it down and breaking it down.
I'm doing too much. I really am doing too much. I'm too thorough.
What's gonna happen after the Supergirl TV show is over? Like, what are your Google Docs gonna look like? Do you think they're gonna be shorter?
It depends. Yeah, I mean, it will for the most part, unless we do a character spotlights, are what usually get really long.
Clancy Brown should have voiced Steppenwolf's metal crab device. That's a spider. See, I'm getting shamed in the comments, Rebecca. Only 2, girl. I know.
I mean, that's amateur hour.
I know. We will see what happens with season 8 of Flash. I mean, if you and Morgan come on, like, we're gonna have the Armageddon event. Like, if you guys come on for like one of the part, I'll make sure it's at least 5 pages, even if I have to change the font size.
Just put some pictures in there. Pictures are usually what make my Google Docs.
Oh, so now you're letting me cheat? Okay, then okay.
Yeah, you can cheat.
It's on record.
You can put. It's on record. Just put some pictures in there. It's fine.
With our viewers as our witnesses, Rebecca said I could cheat. So
no, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
There we go. But Ollie, I think that's gonna be it then for this week. We will put up the stream. We will schedule the YouTube event as soon as Rebecca and I have looked over our schedules. But Rebecca, where can people find you on social media, and tell people about Supergirl Radio if they're not listening already?
Sure. Yeah, I'm one of the co-hosts of Supergirl Radio. We talk about the CW Supergirl TV series and all things Kara Zor-El. So if you are into that, check us out at supergirlradio.com. We are also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Supergirl Radio. So we're on all the social media platforms. And we are also live streaming on youtube.com/DCTV podcast, which if you were watching this live audio commentary today, we're on the same channel. So you can just watch us live. Sometimes that's a better way to check out Supergirl Radio because you get to see Morgan, my co-host, and friends, cats. Sometimes they make appearances. The lab cats like to get in there. Usually Beaker, her cat Beaker. So if you want to see cats, watch the live streams on YouTube or Facebook. We also stream to Facebook. So check us out, supergirlradio.com.
Yeah, I just realized I need to show up for one of these final episodes before,
yeah, we've been having special guests every now and then, so we might have you pop in maybe during a feedback moment, and you can give us some feedback on one of the episodes.
I could do that,
and just be a surprise guest for the episode.
Yeah. I love being a surprise guest. I love when I just get to come in and be chaotic.
Yeah, I mean that's
or
what a surprise would be about.
My dream is, I mean, I don't want to compete with Anna, but I want to give the final snap judgment.
Okay. I mean, we could have you in to do some snap judgments. Maybe not like the final one, but we can get you in to do some snap judgments.
Yeah, because it's not always so funny, especially when Anna decides to be like, I'm just gonna send them something that will make them just tremble with fear and just make them think. Because I'm like, Miss Anna, or Anna. I don't know. I know you guys
Yeah,
had her.
we say Anna. If
It's Cara Kara all over again.
Yeah, if people don't know, on Supergirl Radio, we play a game called Snap Judgments, named after Snapper Carr, where you choose between two options usually, and it's just a fun little game we play. And we have a great listener who writes in to send us some options to choose from, and they're usually a little twisted and sad
A little
sometimes,
sinister.
a
No, I'm
little
kidding.
sinister, but they're fun choices. And so
Yeah.
it's very challenging when Anna sends us snap judgments. But we love Anna and her snap judgments. So people can send us snap judgments if they want to. So definitely watch Supergirl Radio or listen to Supergirl Radio to find out what those are about. That's usually one of
Yeah.
our listener favorite segments on the podcast.
I mean, not to be biased because I'm friends with you guys and I'm a producer and so, but I'm just gonna say this, that Supergirl Radio, having done things live and doing video content, has really allowed so much for DC podcasts to happen, especially on YouTube. So like we owe, we owe a lot of gratitude to you and Morgan and the cats, and so please guys do go watch them live on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're on Wednesdays now at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And that's gonna be it for the rest of the season.
I think
guess.
so. Well, yeah, we'll be on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Yeah. So and only like it's only 8. Girl, you're 8 episodes left. Are you ready? I mean, are you ready? Are you really ready to say goodbye to Melissa Benoist as Supergirl yet?
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
Luckily, though, the following week you will get to see Alex Danvers, but over on my show. So but again, it just gives me an excuse to just pull you and Morgan together and just come over to the Flash.
Yeah, we would love to do that. We would definitely do
it. Sentinel. Yeah, it was funny explaining to Lacey, like, so what does her superhero name actually mean? I'm like, I know, I think John Jones just said something, and like she was like, Sentinel, I am. Although we didn't that Kelly is. Carver Melissa, that's Rachel from Batwoman Podcast. She owns Carver Melissa. So
Caitlin in the chat mentioned Cardboard Melissa. That is something from the Batwoman Podcast. They actually have a physical Cardboard Melissa Benoist in their house, and they take pictures with Cardboard Melissa every now and then, and it's delightful. So I'm glad somebody has a Cardboard Melissa.
Yeah, but please, guys, go watch Supergirl Radio every Wednesday. It is so much fun. The chat is lovely, and it's again, they had such tremendous segments, and again, sometimes just seeing Rebecca having a laugh attack from what Morgan is saying is so like, funny. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, for you've done 300 episodes plus at this point, so when you do your 400 episode, I mean, that'll be quite something. The one where she came back, I've never seen you laugh that much. I think that was your way of saying that you really missed her. So
I did miss her a lot, and it was nice. It was nice to have some listeners on while she was gone. But there's nothing like podcasting with Morgan.
Yeah. I mean, especially like it's like the final season. Like it's coming down now to the home stretch. 8 episodes left. 2-hour series from now. It seems to be what's happening, I think we're gonna cry our eyes.
I mean, I guess you could try to cry your ears.
No, Rebecca,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so but go back to Super Radio Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. As for the Flash podcast, you can find us on social media at the Flash Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I forgot to put this in the graphic here, but you can email us at theflashpodcast@gmail.com if you have listener feedback or questions about Flash or DCTV, or want to send us the host something to talk about, or recommendations, because we're doing our hiatus season so far. So there you go. Then you can subscribe to the Flash Podcast on all these platforms: Apple Podcasts, Azure Radio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, RH Radio, and so much more. And also, while you have some time of some free time on your hand, go to Apple Podcasts and go to Flash Podcast and leave us some 5-star reviews. Let us know how much you love the podcast, the Flash TV show. When me and Rebecca get together as the world's finest, so that's also good time. And it also helps. It's a great way to support all these podcasts. You go do it for Supergirl Radio as well. All the podcasts do it. It really helps tremendously. And you can follow the entire DC Podcast network at dcpodcast.com and at DC Podcast on social media. You can find podcasts for all these TV shows, and there's way too many. I know Morgan and we've had long discussions about it, and I love torturing her with new podcast. Although, Rebecca, have you noticed that this year I haven't tortured her with any?
Not too many.
Yeah, because I'm like, Peacemaker, I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Maybe that's better off for just a video show instead, or something. I don't know. But yeah, go check it out. We have amazing podcasts for every DC show that's on there right now that is coming up. So and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/DC podcast. We're gonna be doing some live coverage for DC fandom and have some of the hosts come together. I know some of the podcasts are gonna do full episodes. I know Supergirl Ray, you're doing a full discussion on.
Yeah, we'll do a recap.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys can come by for a few minutes, just react. Because it's been a long time since we all get to do something that's live. But we're fixing that, and especially now that YouTube has, we've grown, and I'm so appreciative of that. Again, it's a huge thanks to Supergirl Radio for that. I will not stop gushing about Supergirl Radio. I can, like my parents don't even know what Supergirl Radio is, and I've said that, listen, the reason that the channel has so many subscribers is because of Supergirl Radio. And my mom has literally gone, "What's a Supergirl Radio?" And I'm like, "It's a podcast called for a Supergirl TV show." She's like, "Well, then why is it called radio? Like, why are they like broadcasting on like a radio station?" I'm like, because we couldn't fit Supergirl podcast on the handle, and Supergirl Radio sounds way cooler.
It does sound cool.
I remember we had that discussion when we were developing the podcast, and I'm like, Rebecca, what do you think about Supergirl Radio? Like, we both have to think. I'm like, it's catchy, Supergirl Radio.
It sort of flows off the tongue better.
Much better.
Yeah.
As far as for me, you can find me on social media at Behbakht, and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vero, and YouTube. I do live streaming of gaming these days. I'm not great at it. I make a disclaimer at every beginning of my streams, like, I am no Jordan Fisher or whatever pro gamer you're watching. I'm playing just for fun. So
you're just going for the Andy commentary, I think, is the reason to watch.
Andy Terry. Ooh, there we go. For the Andy Terrys, yes. So go do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you're having a pleasant Friday night. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. It's been a long 2 years, and we need each other more than ever. And that's something Zack Snyder Justice League teaches about. Like, it is. Hold on, I will. Tell me if you can see this.
Oh yeah, I forget what it says on the back. It says not us united. I forget what the first part is. Remind me what the first. Never faced us before. Not us united. That's what it is.
Yeah, so exactly. So and that applies to the real world too. So take care of each other, stay safe, and we'll be back with part 2 for part 4, 5, and 6 of Snyder Justice League. So until next time, I'm Andy B.
And I'm Rebecca Johnson.
And we'll see you next time on the Flash Podcast. Take care, everyone. If I can just find there we go. Enjoy.